Hello everybody and welcome to Top Tier Tutorials Skullgirls Edition, Episode 1. My name is Dana Wright, I'm joined by AirinTV, also known as Irie. We're going to be giving you a Painwheel tutorial for Skullgirls. So this is something that I've wanted to expand into for a while because Skullgirls is a really cool game. I played it once, I really enjoyed it. And the characters are so unique, especially characters like Painwheel, Big Band, Double. They're all such unique and special characters that I really wanted to get somebody who at least understands one character really, really well. And that person is with me today. So if you're not a frequenter of the channel or you haven't seen the top tier tutorials before, we have a bunch of sections to go through talking about Painwheel specifically. So first what we'll do is we'll let Irie introduce herself. Before we do that, I'll just go through the sections for you. We have playstyle, strengths, weaknesses, counterplay, combos, tech traps and frame traps, matchups, buffs, nerfs, changes and adjustments, conclusion, and then we'll get to the end. So, without further ado, Irie, take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Irie. I stream over at twitch.tv/AirinTV. I started playing Skullgirls a long time ago, since the PC beta release when Skullgirl was in the Indiegogo Keep Skullgirls Growing campaign, which I backed all the way back in 2013. I went through a long hiatus, but I'm back at it, and I love this game so much. And most of the time I've spent playing Skullgirls, it has been with Painwheel because she is just my favorite character. I love her design, like both aesthetically and the way she plays. And I also love like her story is really cool, I think.
Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do is jump into a lobby together so that Irie can beat me up, giving me the lowdown and the stuff that we need to know about Painwheel.
Right.
Cool, so the first thing that we're going to get into is the playstyle of Painwheel. Now, Painwheel, from what I remember, is one of the more interesting characters, I think is the best way to describe it.
I mean, all characters have their own special cool thing, but yeah, she is a very interesting character for sure. And I'll go over why.
Back on the beat.
When we start.
So there is a team that Irie has actually asked me to put together to make it easier for her to demonstrate the Painwheel tech. Just trying to find the last one. Where is double? There you are.
Your sins have no
Anything double. Cool. Sounds good. Alright, here we go. So the first section, like I said, is going to be about Painwheel's strengths, weaknesses, and counterplay. When you're ready, Irie, let's go.
Yeah, the main way I usually play Painwheel is I like to play her solo because she has a lot of damage. She has some of the highest damage in the cast, but it's not actually the best way to play Painwheel, I feel, because of a few reasons. One of her main weaknesses is that she has no reversal. She doesn't have like a dragon punch, or like a super that would just get her out of harm's way. And so she's very vulnerable when you have 3 characters going at her with the assists and trying to mix her up. She doesn't have many good options to just get out of jail free, basically. So I don't think playing Painwheel solo the way I do is the optimal way or the most efficient way, but it's definitely the way I enjoy the most because you just get so much damage and it's a lot of fun. Because in this game, you can play either 3 characters, 2 characters, or 1. And when you play 1 character versus 3, you do a lot more damage to those 3 characters than the 3 characters do to you. But they have more flexibility in the way they can play because they can play with assists, right? So yeah, I definitely feel like Painwheel's playstyle is more favored towards being in a team. She can be both like in the front as the main character, just like up ahead, like starting off the match as her and then having some like a team to support her, or she can also be like the second character to come out because of one of her specials, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, Painwheel is a very flexible. She has a lot of tools. She has really high damage, but she's not the fastest, and that's one of her main weaknesses.
Okay, so how do you kind of get around those weaknesses?
Okay, so to kind of get around those weaknesses, I think you would normally go for an assist that has like, if you're playing her as the point character, you can assist like this one that has a dragon punch, and it would just really help her out when she's getting, when someone is being really aggressive towards you. You just use that, and you know, it'll take care of business for you.
I love that animation.
Yeah, it's really great. Or if you're playing her as a support, you would let me switch here. You'd find a way to like use her assist in a way that would aid you. So the one I have here is Pinion Dash, which is very useful for a lot of different characters, really. And the cool thing is she has a very good DHC, which is when you use a super after a super, because you can do that in this game, and that was tag in the other character. So something that people do a lot is you use this special, and then you can go into this, and then you can just do a combo and do fun stuff.
Do fun stuff. Perfectly describes it in my
like
opinion.
Explode your enemies. So yeah, I think if you just want like a very fun character that has a lot of fun mobility options, like she can literally fly, she can cancel any move she wants at any point, and she can confirm off of anywhere too. Like if I get a hit on the air, like full screen, I can confirm off of that. She's very cool because of that too. Or if your team needs like a DHC option to do some damage, She's definitely a good character to pick up. I think she's very good. People underestimate just how much damage she can deal. A lot of people don't know how to play against her because she's not a very popular character. So you got that going on for yourself as well if you pick her up. And I think she's just very cool.
What is it about her that makes her somewhat of an unpopular character?
I don't know really. I think maybe it's mechanically she's kind of hard to do her combos because you have a lot of half circles. Like so for this move you gotta do half circle forward, and then to fly cancel you gotta do quarter circle back kick. So you got a lot of stuff like this.
So she's a very execution heavy character.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So maybe that frightens people a lot, and then they just end up going for other characters. But a lot of other characters are just have better normals or have better assists, because Painwheel's assist options, like these ones, not the supers, are usually better. She doesn't have a lot of really good assists, but she does have the unique pinion dash, which I'll get to later.
Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. So you've pretty much gone over everything in terms of some of her main weaknesses and some of her main strengths. But what is really the crux of the counterplay to this character, especially in a team like you say where she actually subs in for a lot of the damage that a team might be lacking? How do you counterplay a character that has got this really execution-heavy playstyle?
I think the way you counterplay Painwheel, if she's out in the field, a lot of characters have an advantage of being able to get over her. Like characters that have a lot of vertical and fast mobility, like Valentine are very good. But Valentine is a really bad matchup for Painwheel. Fuqua, Double, and Squiggly are also some characters that give Painwheel a lot of trouble because they can either they just have good ways to get over her, and that's why Painwheel wants to be. She wants to be over here and then just go into you. And characters that counter that game plan usually get the advantage, and that's why I wrote them down as a bad matchup, and I'll get to those later as well.
Okay, perfect. So is there anything that you really need to explain to people in terms of her, like her biggest strength, her biggest weaknesses, and things that you really just want people to know and drill into them, for want of a better word, about this character?
One of the things that also makes her unique that I forgot to talk about is she has armor on her normals, right? So a lot of times you can use your armor for a lot of cool effects. So she has armors on her jab, she has armors on her medium punch, armors on her heavy, and she even has armor on the air. And
that's pretty
those
cool.
are very useful in a lot of situations, depending on the character you're fighting against. Depending on the character you're fighting against, you can like quickly pop this, use the armor on it, and then fly cancel. And yeah, it's very good to remember that you can fly cancel off of everything, and her cross-ups are very ambiguous. So I think
ambiguous cross-ups.
Yes, very ambiguous. I mean, this is like extremely hard to predict.
Sure, yeah, like, yeah, I understand what you mean. Oh, sorry.
If I do this, doesn't work on that character.
Oh wow.
And then I have another assist to hit behind you. You're not going to be expecting that, for example.
Okay, so she's a very mix-up. So she's a technically intensive, mix-up heavy, high damage character.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
For sure.
Sounds like
and
Max.
she's got high range too to like convert off of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the main thing is you can use armor and then just cancel it. Like this is 3 hits of armor and comes out relatively fast. This one has 2 hits of armor and then you can just tank those hits and then counter them. And you can always cancel every single move she has with the flight command.
So is flight cancel something that you really need to master if you want to play Painwheel is either a single
100%.
character against a team or just or even in a 3-man team?
No, this is like the basis of the character. If you don't flight cancel properly, you're going to be even sluggish than normal. Like if you ever whip something or if you're using it just for armor, you have to flight cancel.
Okay. Gotcha. Lovely. So that is the end of the strength, weaknesses, and counterplay section. Counterplay section, sorry. Very succinct, but in depth. That's what I like. Moving on to our next section will be the combos, tech traps, and frame traps. So when we went over the kind of flow of what a top tier tutorial is, you told me that she has a few combos that do incredibly high damage, and like you just said earlier, very mix-up intensive, great use of assists as well. So this is the section where you get to tell us all about that lovely combo damage.
All right. So yeah, mid-screen she's got a lot of options, but mainly you just want to carry the opponent all the way to the corner, and then that's where you get your most damage off. You can get like up to 9k with 1 bar, I think, which is kind of insane. Most characters, I mean, some characters get 7 on the corner, some characters get 8. She definitely gets a lot of damage. So yeah, the main way you're gonna combo with her if you're in mid screen is you're gonna do her ground string, which is crouching light kick, crouching medium kick, and then standing heavy punch, and or just find a way to get into a situation where you can combo into the light bluer, and then you're going to cancel that. You always cancel your bluers with flight, and then you're gonna try and carry the opponent to the corner. So it's kind of like this. And then now you're here, right?
That's insane carry. Wow.
That's not very optimal. There are like more optimized combos on the Scoregirls B&B compendium made by Caldegon, or if you look in Ralph's channel, he has a lot of cool Painwheel tech.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just post those links on the Twitch channel, and then I think Danu will have them on the YouTube description as well.
Yeah, so I have links in my bot right now. That is Ralph's YouTube channel, and then this is the Skullgirls bread and butter combo index. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in the corner, what you really want to do is try to fit in as many boards as you can, because the problem with using boards in mid-screen is like, because it pushes them away, so you have to cancel into this, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're at the corner, you know, they're not being pushed away because you're right there, so you can just do that. Because she has the heavy board, which looks like this, and it pushes the character all the way over. So, but if you're in the corner, that's just damage, right? Because that's the corner. So
yeah.
What you want to do if you're in the corner is fit in as many boors and heavies as you can. So it usually looks something like this.
That was pretty chunky. Yeah. So is there a maximum amount that you can get in a combo, or is Painwheel just kind of unlimited in the amount that she can get?
So the way this game's combo system works is you can go. There are 5 stages, right? The first one is the air. The second one is like starting at ground. So if I just start a combo here, I'm on stage 2. Then I can launch and do stuff here in the air. Then after the character lands, we're on stage 4, so we can do another one of those. And then there's the final stage. So you can't repeat any of the normals you've used before. Otherwise, the character can just burst out. So if I start a combo like this, right. That's a burst. If you push any button, the character will do this like explosion and just send me away. Mm-hmm. Also, the green bar below the health bar represents the Undizzy meter. So if you manage to make a combo that goes all the way to the Undizzy, and you still have normals available to continue the combo, the game is just like, no, that's too much, and then it just gives the person controlling the receiving the combo a free burst.
So should we do you want to show the people what a burst looks like if you repeat a normal? So you're saying I press any button, once you've repeated any move in the combo, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so just after I start the combo, just keep mashing. Oh, sorry, there's a bit of lag. Sometimes I drop the links.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Apologies.
Just a quick disclaimer, we are doing this from America to EU. Like that.
Yeah, that's the burst, and that's also one of the burst baits. Because you saw, you did the burst, but I didn't get hit.
Mm-hmm.
And since you were in the air, you can't do anything until you land. So I can just hit you again.
Oh wow, so you can actually burst bait people in this.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is tricksy. I like it though. It really adds a... You know, you've got like burst mechanics in games like GG, you've also got the burst mechanic in Dragon Ball Fighters. But this burst, being able to bait it and then follow up a combo, is just, it's layers and layers of mind games on mind games, and I love that kind of concept.
Yeah, so yeah, in the Skullgirls mix-up game, you've got you know, you got high lows, you got cross ups where you go like from side to side.
Mm-hmm.
You got like grab mix-ups, like, oh, am I gonna grab you again, or I'm gonna go low? And you also got the burst baits, right? So they're both undizzy burst baits, and they're also the mid combo red burst baits, which are caused from reusing the same move.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are there any specific combos in terms of optimal or like best wall carry combos that you would suggest to people when they're picking up Painwheel and they want to just learn the best way to pressure someone or the best way to get the most damage, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I would just try to understand like how the game's damage scaling works. There are a few things that make her combo extremely low damage, which is if you ever start a combo from a grab, you usually just want to reset. If you use this move in a combo, it makes your combo do very little damage, even if it's right at the start. It would just scale it down to almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the damage system works is just use as many low hit moves as you can, at least for Painwheel.
And by low hits, do you mean low damaging or low profiling? So like low hits?
No, like low amount of, like, you don't want to like do something like this.
Ah,
This
gotcha.
is 7 hits,
Yeah.
right? But this is just damage. So like that's 7 hits as well, but it's more damage.
Mm-hmm. So you mean just more like the more multi-hit moves you kind of wanna stay away from?
Multi-hit moves you want to stay away from. If you start a combo with a grab, you usually want to find a way to reset.
Yeah.
And if you start with this as well, you also maybe like try to corner carry as much as you can, and then try to do maybe a burst bait or just grab again and then do another reset. You can keep doing stuff like that.
Sweet.
Did we go over the buttons?
We didn't know. We did not go over the buttons. So feel free to go over those best and worst buttons, and then just kind of the middling ones. Let them know what they should be pressing, what they shouldn't be pressing.
Okay, can we go to mid-screen? So I can just
Sure.
show that? Okay. So things to note is Painwheel has this move. It's the slowest crouching right click kick in the game, but it's extremely long range.
Well,
As
it's
you can
super
see.
long range, yeah.
Yeah. Double has the same one because she gets to copy those. She copies the other characters, so she has this as well, but it's a bit faster. This is just very good to poke. Like, if we're over here, I dash in, do this. A lot of people don't see that coming, especially when they expect you to do something like this. So that's a very good option.
Is it safe on block as well, so you can't be punished on block?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
It's a pretty good
that's
one.
super good, yeah.
Yeah, you can just poke them, you keep doing this, and if you hit and do this. It's a pretty good move. I don't think she has any like unsafe on hit moves because of her unique thing where she can cancel anything. Like even if this doesn't hit, you know, I can just fly cancel it and already be here. Unless you do like a very specific push block guard cancel or something like that. But yeah, there are other normals. You really should know all the normals that have armor. So those would be Standing Light Punch is a really good one. You never want to hold it down all the way. But this is a very good button to just use as a parry. Sometimes you can foresee someone doing something, and then this is one hit of armor, so you do this, and then you hit someone. I mean, you like absorb a hit someone, and then you can, you know, just do your combo. Or whatever. Another really good button that she has is Standing Medium Punch. This one is a very good anti-air. It also has 2 hits of armor. So against Philia, this button is a must. You need to use this. And it's also good for other characters like Eliza. This one also has three hits. This one is a Standing Heavy Punch. It has 3 hits of armor.
3 hits of armor.
Very important. Yeah. But if you're doing this raw to like try to hit someone and like absorb the armor, you can either use this to just like get 3 hits of armor and then fly cancel, or she also has Crouching Heavy Punch, which is a bit better. This one, you can use it in a combo. It causes people to bounce, which can sometimes be useful. But if you hold it down, it actually crumples the enemy and is an overhead. So it's an overhead with 3 hits of armor. It has a really bad startup, but once you get the armor, a lot of people will try to block low and get hit by this. And then you can get a gigantic combo off, especially because the way Painwheel's armor works is that it absorbs the damage she receives, and then depending on what she's using, it will reflect some of the damage she has stored up onto the combo. So lights will give will use 32% of the store damage on the combo. Mediums will use 50%, and heavies will use 66% of the damage reflected. So that's very good.
So with that overhead, do you immediately put the damage back onto the opponent after you've absorbed it, or do you have to carry on with the combo for that damage to then come out?
Nope, it goes immediately. So if someone like uses, I don't know, like a one-hit super, I don't know, like Beowulf has his gigantic arm, which is a one-hit super that will like, if you counter it with this, you would just receive like 3,000 damage just from this hit alone.
That is nuts. I love it.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. And her other armor move is this. It's Crouching Heavy Kick. This has long range. It gets people back into you, so you can do this. Wait, let me hit you. Oh, a bit of timing. But yeah, the cool thing about it is it's really low profile. So if you actually do hold back forward punch, he goes over under that. Well, normally you can't. This one also kind of low profile, but it's less than Crouching Heavy Kick. This one is also low profile. This is Crouching Light Punch. But yeah, this also has 3 hits of armor. Sometimes if a character jumps over you, and it's got like weird properties where it will sometimes hit people behind you, but like you shouldn't rely on that. But sometimes it happens.
Janky hitboxes.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, janky hitboxes. This move has it. But yeah, this is a very good way to mix them up, because it is a low, and it does have 3 hits of armor. So if you're like getting people to block this, maybe you can use this. But yeah, usually in a combo you don't use this. You don't want to use your sweep. This is her sweep.
Is there a reason why you don't want to use the sweep in a combo? Because before you said there were multi-hit attacks that you don't want to use, or is it just because it scales quite hard because it's a sweep?
Sweeps in this game always are always stackable. Depending, it's kind of weird, but just just know that like her sweep is not good to use in combos. You mainly want to use this for the armor and then cancel it, or if you want to try and get a low off that has armor, that this would be it, because there are no other lows that have armor. Other than this, but this one, like, you shouldn't use this for armor.
It doesn't look like a very long armor move.
Yeah. So Sending Light Punch has armor. I mean, the lights have 1 hit of armor, the mediums have 2 hits of armor, and the heavies have 3. On the air, she has Heavy Punch, which is this. It's very good against certain matchups, because you can use it for the armor, then fly cancel, use it again, fly cancel. You can only do 2 fly cancels in the air, so that's where it ends. You can cancel the 3rd one, but it's pretty good. You can just get it in, use the armor, and then stop. You use it in combos as well, so... Like
so
that.
would that, when you do 2 fly cancels with armor, would that just then keep stacking up? Like so the damage that you absorb from the armor moves, would it keep stacking up? Or once you do another armor move, does it just... Oh wow. That's pretty intense.
The damage only gets spent when you use the move in the combo. So if I use this in the combo, it's kind of hard to pull up on a standing here. It would spend the combo, but usually you wanna spend the damage with these 2.
So a hypothetical. If you absorb, so how much health does a standard character have in Skullgirls?
It depends on the team formation. But basically, the thing I wanted to show off with Peacock is that she puts down a bomb, right? Lenny, which it explodes and does damage to everyone, including the point character, right? So if you can actually do a combo where you put down the bomb and you switch to Painwheel. Oops. Just get you on here. You do the Lenny, and then... Why is it not working? Oh, okay, I know.
Let it explode.
But yeah, you can do a combo where you put down the bomb, you switch to Painwheel, you absorb the bomb hit, and then you unleash it onto the enemy, and it does massive amounts of damage. Ralph has some setups. I'm not going to show them off here because that's like beyond the scope of the tutorial, I think. But you can do that, and it's very funny, and it's pretty cool.
So yeah, the reason why I was asking was because if you absorb enough armor, or if you absorb enough damage with armor, could you one-hit kill a one-person team or a one-character comp?
If it's like 2 characters versus 3, yeah, for sure. You can do that in a single combo with Peacock Painwheel using that technique I just told you of like exploding the bomb onto yourself and then continuing the combo. Ralph has some videos where he does that. It's kind of crazy, honestly.
So there you go. Yeah, I mean, if there's a character that you want and it's just all about armor and damage, play Painwheel. She seems just insane for that aspect of a character.
Yeah, her other buttons, sometimes this is useful because it like slightly crushes the center forward, so you can do some like cross unders with this. Oh yeah, this one also has armor. This is a standing medium kick. It's very good in neutral. It's like got good anti-air, got good range, got 2 hits of armor. So sometimes you can use it for that. And remember, you can always cancel everything, so like recovery doesn't matter. This hit, the standing heavy kick, is kind of weird because you can like fly under people, so it's good for that. But as a launcher, you usually want to use this instead. This is a standing medium punch. This is good for doing damage in combos. Standing heavy punch. See if I'm forgetting others. Oh yeah, she has this move, which is a forward heavy kick, forward standing heavy kick. It's got long range, so sometimes you are able to do this, but like if you do it like from max range, you'll whiff. See, it whiffs. So like into the combo like that. But if you do like this. Sometimes you can still hit, and you can also delay the hits. So sometimes it's better to use that in like very specific scenarios because it does do more damage. So you also want to use that at the end of combos, especially in the corner. You can use this if you still got your OTG bounce, or you can do this. It's just a little tighter to connect, so maybe for beginners it's not the best idea.
It's one of the
what else?
optimal things that you can do with Painwheel in that situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
For other normals, she has. I guess I'll just go through them all. So we went
sure.
through this one. It's like a parry, sending light punch. Crouching light punch is this. It's slightly launches it forward, but you don't really want to use this other than very specific cross-up scenarios.
It's quite hard to see what the animation is. Is it kind of like she just pokes you really close range?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is that little spike that comes out. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just tell what it was. Carry on.
You got standing light kick. You use this in combos just because it's a normal, so you use it. It's not impressive at all. I mean, I guess it's got okay range, but like, you know, you just use this instead. This is a very good button. It's got long range. It's not very fast, but it's got long range, and that's what matters. Because you can catch people off. Her mediums. You got standing medium punch. I've already talked about this. 2 hits of armor. Very good anti-air option. It does hit behind her, so if people cross you up, like very fast characters that cross you up, it will hit behind them in like a very specific area. So sometimes Amphilia will do an instant air dash over you, and you use this move, you stop her normal and hit her, and then you combo. But the thing is, you gotta be prepared with these moves. Like if you use this, you don't have a lot of time. You have to kind of just immediately do it, otherwise you don't get the combo.
I can see it kind of arches backwards, so for those kind of IADs, it's really useful, yeah.
Yeah. Her crouching medium punch is this. Not ideal to use, but you can use it. Sometimes people use this as an assist because it's a multi-hit assist move. They can call out, and it's also low. But sometimes you use this to just as like a combo thing in mid-screen, because it's very easy to hit confirm for a lot of players. It gives them more time to do the combos, because it does connect into her launcher, so it does connect into this. But it's very wonky, I wouldn't use it.
Does it connect after a cancel, or does it connect on all 4 hits?
It always connects.
Okay.
No, wait, yeah, only after 4, sorry.
Ah, gotcha.
But ideally, you want to use this as your launcher. It's better, unless you have like a specific setup that you're going for. Like if you want, like there's some parcel specific stuff that like I kind of wanted to show you, which is crazy stuff like this. But,
Wait, do that again?
Don't worry about it. So yeah.
Okay.
It's actually very good. It does have armor as well. But like, don't use this like for neutral, but use it for like neutral for the armor, and also because it's very fast. So sometimes I catch people off guard, like they're trying to do something, like try to hit me, try to like start a combo, they try like to dash in and do something. I use this. The armor comes out very fast. It's easy to confirm, so it can be good for that in that regard. Her medium kicks. This is a very good move. It's got good range. Got 2 hits of armor. Does good damage at the end of combos, so you can replace crouching medium kick with stunning medium kick when you're at the end of a combo. Crouching medium kick, very good move because it's a single hit, it's got good range, and in combos you use this a lot. Oh, sorry. So yeah, you use this in combos a lot. Her heavies, you got heavy punch. This is a good move. It does a lot of damage in a single hit, which is why it's good. It's got 3 hits of armor. So you can use it, flight cancel, and then go do something else. Or you can just use it as a counter, but I prefer using this because it staggers. I mean, it crumbles, sorry, not staggers. Standing heavy punch, if you charge it all the way and let it rip, it does stagger the opponent. But that's not relevant a lot of the time, but like if you have some specific comp that uses that, I guess, yeah, this is relevant. It does stagger people, so you have more time to combo after it. If you manage to find a way to get a fully charged standing heavy punch in the middle of a combo, you can do that. Her crouching heavy punch, I've already went over it. It's 3 heads of armor. If you charge it all the way, it's an overhead that crumbles the opponent to the ground. Very good. For her heavy kicks, you got standing heavy kick. This is a very good tool for mix-ups because you can do stuff like this. Like you can fly under them and then do something. You can stay on the same side and not do anything. You can also, you know, only use one of the hits or use 2 of the hits and then cancel it into something else. Like, and then you go under them, which is very tricky to read. So it's really useful for those scenarios. In the corner, it's less of a problem and it's a bit better because it doesn't send them so far away, so you can just continue the combo. But it is 3 hits, while this is only 1, so it scales the combo less.
Are there kind of optimal situations where you want to use some of these moves? Like, if somebody's trying to zone you, for instance, is there one of the low pokey moves that you want to use more of, or like more of her? Like, does she have any good neutral tools where she can keep other characters at bay with really strong pokes?
I was gonna go over her aerials, and I think those are the best scenarios of that. But
Okay.
yeah, if people are zoning you, like if Parasol is sending you tears, you can armor through those and just go to her. Or same for Peacock, she also does the same thing, and you can armor through everything. You have 3 hits of armor here, and then you just go at her. Yeah, crouching heavy kick is your sweep. Fully charged, it pulls them in, and you can combo off of it. You don't really use this in combos, but it does have low profile, so it does go under stuff. And the final one is this. You can stagger the hits to let people fall more. It's like a very specific scenario, like after this, it puts them in the air, so you want to like kind of stagger them so they don't bounce. Very specific thing. But yeah, this has longer range than this, so sometimes you can confirm stuff if you use this instead. Which is sorry, forward heavy kick. And those are all her grounded normals. So for the air normals, she's got quite a few good ones. This one has a very aggressive hitbox. So this is
Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, we got jumping light punch, just like this. Very good instant overhead on some characters. Can you do medium punch, medium kick real quick? So yeah, against big and tall characters, if you just jump and into jumping light punch, that's an instant overhead that they can't really react to. Usually this usually kills Big Ben, Double, and I think those are the only ones where this works. Jumping light punch into jumping light kick into medium punch.
Just because they're so tall.
Yeah, so it will hit them and they won't be seeing this, and then you just combo them.
Damn.
Yeah, you got this one. This one is more like horizontal than jumping light punch, but the range is still very low, but sometimes you can catch people like this. Her most reliable air string is jumping light punch, jumping light kick, and jumping medium kick. So like this. Yeah, and sometimes you can do that in the air. But her 2 really big air normals are jumping medium punch. She's got gigantic range and is also disjointed, so... And it's very easy to hit confirm because you have flight cancels, so if you, like, look at the range this covers.
That is
And
full
yeah.
screen.
Yeah, so against peacocks, you can use this, and they like, if you manage to like time it perfectly, you get over all their zoning garbage that they keep throwing at you. So it's a very good button. This one. It has a lot of hits, so it's not like good to like start a combo off with this, but it is very easy to hit confirm. Her jumping medium kick is a very good button. Like you can use it on neutral if you expect them to be around this range. It's pretty fast, and it's got a lot of hit stun, so you can combo it pretty well. You can just combo it into another jumping medium kick. So usually something you can see if there are two people like really high up in the air, and you hit this, you can cancel it into that, and then you can hit confirm pretty much anything off of any situation. It's very fun to hit confirm things.
I can imagine it's like even more fun to hit confirm things against a bigger body character, because you've got so much surface area that you can just kind of be a little bit freeform with it, just throw stuff out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and because of big and tall characters, there is a specific burst setup that I'll show later. It's actually pretty amusing. But the other normals that she has, jumping heavy punch has 1 hit of armor and lunges her forward. Sometimes this can be useful. It is also multi-hit and gives you some time to hit confirm, but you can only hit confirm off of the usually off of the last hit, because otherwise it doesn't have enough hit stun. So it has to like be the 4 hits, and then you can continue the combo. Her other one is jumping heavy kick. Very aggressive hitbox, a lot of hits, and it's very easy to hit people. Like if I'm over here and then I go over you and then I use it, that's like pretty easy cross up to do.
That's
So
a pretty
it's useful
chunky
because
bit of damage as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good damage, but it is a lot of hits, so it's not a good like combo starter. But it's used in combos like near the end because it does re-stand people. It's like if they're falling and you hit them with this, they won't bounce off the ground, which is very useful. So I think that's all of her normals.
Very useful tech. Okay.
Right. So for her her specials, by specials I mean like quarter circle forward button or something like that. You have she has a little nail that she throws out. This is quarter circle forward punch. So quarter circle forward heavy punch throws it out an arc. Quarter circle forward medium punch throws it straight forward. Quarter circle forward light punch throws them at the ground and it stuns them.
Oh, that's what that move was. Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you can only confirm off of this, and you dash up and do the move, and it works. It's just the timing because of internet and stuff. But
Sure.
yeah, you do have time to do a lot of stuff during this.
That's a
But
lot of stun. Wow.
Yeah, it is a lot of stun, but it will scale your combo like all the way down. Your combo will do no damage after this, so only use it as a way to get in and then do a reset to start a better combo, basically. Another thing, she charges up her nails the more you hold. So there are 2 levels of charge. There's one where it throws 3. There's one where it throws 5. Same thing goes for the aerial one. 3 and 5. So yeah, actually charging this is pretty cool because you can hit confirm off of these pretty easily. Also, a lot of characters that like up backing and doing moves, you can do this, and sometimes it catches them, and then you combo.
So
that's
those
pretty
the ones that
good.
arc, they don't look like they're overhead. So is it pretty much safe to say that you don't want to rely on them to kind of catch people who are just crouch blocking when they're trying to
No,
zone you?
they're not overhead. They're just normal hits. So
Cool.
look. Oops, right.
Yeah.
But
okay.
like it covers such a wide range that if you do this, you got the advantage pretty much. Even if they block, right? If they block, they're gonna be in hits in block stun, and then you can just find a
Oh
way
yeah, wow! I
in.
couldn't even move. Yeah. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that's another cool part of her. So for her other set, quarter circle forward with kicks, you got her boors. So light boor is very close range and allows you to combo. Medium boor is way longer range, and throws them all the way over. The only way you can come off of this is either with some crazy assist that you manage to lab to work, or if you do one of her supers. And the last one is heavy boor. It's at a 45-degree angle, and it does grab them and throw them all the way over. So those are used in combos, and you can combo off of them directly off of stinging boar treasure, sorry, and it will give you a combo. But that's the only way you can use that as a combo. Same for this one. If you use Death Crawl after it, it will catch people if you still have the balance. But usually you don't want to do that.
I'm loving these animations. They're so cool.
Yeah. And Light Boor looks like this. This is the one you use for combos. Or if you're in the corner, Medium Boor does more damage, and you can then combo off of it, of course.
What's the max number of boors that you've got in a combo?
I don't know, like 6 or 7 or more. Depends.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, you want to use them because they do a lot of damage and they don't count as normal, so you can just like if I use Light Punch into Boor and then I use, I don't know, Crouching Medium Punch into Boor, and those are two different things, so I can just keep going at it. So yeah, the corner combo uses a lot of Boors because you just can, simply because of the fact that there's a wall there, so you can just keep using Boors. Another thing that I'll say about Medium Boor, it's very good against like people who weren't expecting it or are doing something unsafe like from a long range, because you can kind of cut it with a few of her normals. So let me stand at a very specific range from you. Oh, sorry. I just want to demonstrate this because it's pretty cool. So this is not in range, but this is. So what I did there was I used Sending Heavy Punch to get a little bit more range off of this, and then get the Boor hit. And well, it's not the ideal situation because you can't really combo off of it very well. It does give you the advantage, so you can fly cancel out of it, and then you're here. You're on the air. You have a lot of stuff you can do off of that. And of course, her other special move is the flight. It's a quarter circle back and any kick, and then you can fly.
Is that an indefinite flight?
I think it's not indefinite, but like it's long enough. Yeah, see, like it lasts about that much.
Oh wow, that is. I mean, for a move that literally lets you, does it avoid all highs as well, or are there some highs that have just got like ridiculous hitboxes that hit her out of it?
Yeah, like if you want to hit her, you have to jump. I think, but for example, like you can, yeah, if you jump and hit, she's pretty vulnerable because she can't block during this. She can't block while like this, so a lot of people will try to hit her with like a special or like a blockbuster move or supers. And yeah, but what you can do in those situations is if you push 2 punches while flying, you stop flying. That's her unfly. So you can immediately start blocking after this. So sometimes I'll be flying and I'll just do this because they're doing something unsafe, and I can block it and then get a punish off after that.
Can you block while you're falling from the fly, or do you have to land before you start blocking?
You can. Like as soon as I unfly, I can block.
Oh wow.
Like use your quarter circle forward 2 punches super. Oh. One more time.
American to Europe connection. Oh wow, that's really powerful.
Yeah, so I can definitely punish that. People think you can't, but you can. So that's another thing that Painwheel can do. So fly with quarter circle back kick, unfly with 2 punches.
Really wish Yoshimitsu could do this in Soulcalibur 6. That would be really cool.
Also, all of her boors, she has them in the air as well. So in the air, the light one sends them forward. The medium one sends them at an angle, which you can combo off of. And the heavy boor is like a straight down, which you can also combo off of, but it's mostly like you either set this up during a combo or you're not using it. Like you're not going to use this in normal, right? And a good thing to note about this, they are all considered like command grabs. So a lot of characters have armor or like hyper armor in the case of Elisa's Sekhmet. If you do this, it's a grab. So it will go. If you need a grab, that one counts as a grab. And since it's disjointed, like hitbox, Painwheel's hitbox is all the way back where she is. Like you can't hit this thing. So if someone uses like an attack that goes into the range of the boor, you're gonna get the grab, and they're not gonna hit you basically. So that's another good situation.
That's a really strong tool for just kind of zoning purposes, I guess, as well. Like you're saying, it's a good idea that she can. It's a good idea for her to get in because she does really insane combo damage. But at the same time, if you want to go full zone against somebody who's trying to take your health down, those boors seem like a really good idea because you can just zone people out, especially if they're one of the more closer range characters that need to be in and extend their hurt boxes when they attack.
Yeah, a good example of that is a squiggly jumping heavy punch. She throws out like a really long hurt box, but if you use this, you'll get her. And then if you, like I said earlier, if you do her super, this one, it's quarter circle forward 2 kicks. You can combo off of it, so it looks something like this. Yeah, and that does combo mid-screen as well, so it's a good way to if you ever get this in neutral, in mid-screen, you can use that super to combo off of it.
Mm-hmm. So you say that the boor is a command grab, as in it counts as a standard grab so it can't be blocked? Or is it classed more like an attack grab where it can be blocked, but if it hits then...
Right.
Okay,
it's not
cool.
a command grab, but like it's not like it won't go through to people who are blocking. You can't. It's like a hit grab. Yeah, sorry.
Cool. No, cool. Got it. I just wanted to make sure because command grabs, very similar to attack grabs in that sometimes they'll have the same break frames as opposed to like neutral grabs. But yeah, cool. Good to know. So all of Painwheel's boors are attack grabs, hit grabs, where they can be blocked. But if you extend your hurt box into them with a move, you will get grabbed by the boors. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. So those are her special moves. So now I think we go into her supers.
Sure, let's do it.
So she's got a level 1. She's got 2 level 1s and 1 level 3. So and a level 2 as well, which is very important. So this is just your standard combo finisher. It's Death Crawl. It's quarter circle forward 2 punches. It's her best damaging super. So you always want to end your combos with that. On the air, she's got quarter circle forward 2 kicks, which is Boor Treasure. Funny thing is, you can combo it into itself, or if it misses, you can do another one. A lot of people get caught off guard by that, because you can do 2 of them at once. If the first one misses, you can sometimes, of course, that is like super BM, but you know.
Is it only 2, or can you do it as long as you have a bar of meter?
I think it's limited by the amount of flight cancels you have.
Oh, I guess because we've
anymore.
got the training mode set to...
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, you just can keep doing them.
Wow.
And,
that's pure BM, just sit there with 5 bars.
Yeah, just sit there, just like, okay, yeah, now I can punish her, and then she just does another one.
Oh, that's great.
You can hit normals after you whiff this move, but you can only flight cancel if you hit it. So if you miss this, you're gonna be falling, and the only thing you can do is hit a button, and or otherwise they can just punish you. Also, if you miss it, there is still like the hurt box is still out there for a long time, so sometimes people just will walk into it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the times, if you want to punish her, you go under it somehow, or just try to be mindful of the area that is still active and try to hit her. So I guess like with Parasol, you would do jumping heavy punch. But sometimes it still doesn't reach.
So that super that Painwheel does, it doesn't actually extend her hurt box, does it? Like I can't actually hit the tentacles. I have to hit her while she's in the air.
No, yeah, you gotta hit her. But like the active like damage thing is all the way there, and if you walk into it at any point, you will get hit by the full thing.
This walk cycle's janky.
Yeah, see? Sometimes I think you can come off of it. So her level 3 is quarter circle back 2 punches. So it looks a bit like this.
You can combo off of it.
Yeah, you can combo off of it. It will use up 100%. No, it will use up 120% of your stored damage. So it does a lot of damage if you have a move card up.
That's insane.
And you want to know what the best part is?
Tell me.
Okay, first off, no, there are 2 good parts. Stand all the way over there. It's full screen.
Okay.
You
And
can
then you can
combo
get
off of
combo.
any range.
Right.
Yeah, and also it itself has armor. So yeah,
So
it's a very good.
So if I see you do it from full screen, I can't poke you out of it. I have to either just
No,
block it and block punish.
yeah, the best way to counter is just block it, and then you can just do a fast like whatever it is your character does, and it should punish her.
Okay.
And the last one is Hatred Install, which is a very important move. It is quarter circle back 2 kicks. So this is how it looks. Hatred Install is will set her into this state where a lot of her properties change. The duration is like a base 5 or 6 seconds, and the less health Painwheel has, the longer it lasts. So something you can do is when you're low health, you can use this just like in neutral, because when you are on this, you cannot die.
Oh. So she's
Yes.
unkillable while she's in Hatred Install.
Unkillable.
Wow.
Well, she's in this, she cannot die. So you can just use this and have all the benefits.
But can you? So if somebody hits you after you've Hatred installed, and the count and the duration ends, can you then be killed on the hit that it ends if you're at like 1 HP? Or is the duration in effect during a combo, so that when you're out of a combo, the duration then begins counting down again?
Wait, I don't understand the question exactly.
So Painwheel's in Hatred install on 1 HP, so she can't die. If somebody then starts comboing Painwheel while she's in Hatred install, if it ends during the combo, can she still die? Or does the Hatred install last
sorry.
until the end of a combo?
I'm sorry, a bit of misinformation. She cannot die from the armor. Like her
from
armor,
the armor, gotcha.
damage absorbed from it, yeah, it won't kill her. The damage absorbed from the armor. So it's very good because when you're in Hatred install, all of her armors come. The armor part of it comes out on frame 1, and every single armor move gets an extra hit of armor. So
I see.
the flying armor, jumping heavy punch, has 2 hits of armor. Her heavies have 4 hits of armor. This has 3 because it's a medium, and her light punch has 2 hits of armor, so it's very good. You basically just become a juggernaut because you have all this armor. And something that also changes is her supers do more damage. So let me show that out. And they have some animation. So this one lasts way longer, as you can tell. Maybe you can tell. It does a lot more damage, and this one has more hits in it as well.
Oh wow, yeah. That's way more damage.
Same thing for level 3, but you know, if you're doing this, that's, you know, 5 bars. It's a lot of bars.
Oh, that's still a chunk of damage.
There are a lot of other things that it does that I have to go over because this move does a lot of stuff for her. So during hatred install, your nails charge faster. Yeah, so you can actually zone with her or like be annoying. So yeah, this is her normal nail charge duration. This is the powered up version.
It's significantly quicker.
Yeah, it's a lot faster. You can just use this for pressure and to get in or anything you want. Something else is all of her lures change. So this one staggers. This one hits off the wall, so you can full screen confirm off of it. This one bounces higher. This one will like throw you along the ground. The medium one will wall bounce as well. And the heavy one will also wall bounce.
So is it worth, so along with learning her already pretty difficult combos, is it worth to learn the hatred install combos as well? Because obviously if you're wall bouncing, you probably get different combos, and I'm assuming they involve air cancels as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. If you, especially if you use it, if you use Painwheel in a team, because when you use a super after a super, it costs 1 less bar. So instead of this costing 2 bars, it only costs 1. So you can use a level 1 super, and then pretty much any super in the game, you can DHC into hatred install and then get a combo off. Or, you know, most notably, sorry, wrong character. Peacock, you can do a combo involving this for only 2 bars. But of course, you try to absorb it. So you try to absorb the bomb and then, you know, use it.
You get more damage, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Let me see if there's something special missing about hatred install, because
it seems like a very complex mechanic anyway.
yeah, it used to be that during hatred install, your flight towards the opponent would be like 50% faster, so she would come flying at you at like Mach 5. It was kind of funny, but they reverted that change because it was too much.
I can see that, yeah, for sure. Especially in a 2D game where there isn't as much space as you would get maybe in a 3D game, flying towards somebody at 50% quicker speed, especially when it's already relatively quick. That's pretty mad.
Oh yeah, so the something that's important is she does do more damage because of the damage return from Hatred Guard is increased. It's normally 33% for lights, 50% for mediums, and 66% for heavies.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it's 50% for lights, 66% for mediums, and 75% for heavies. And her level 3, instead of 120%, it uses up 190% of her store damage. So that's pretty fun. Another thing, for the Gaimon Bushsingers, I said that if you use this during a combo, it's bad because of the combo scaling. The combo scaling is removed from this move, so your combos will do normal damage if you do a combo with this in it while during hatred install.
What's the max range of that low projectile?
Oh, it's pretty long.
Oh, it's
like,
pretty, yeah. I mean, yeah,
And
for a
then
low projectile that guarantees a combo, even though it's scaled, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Another thing, the Boar Reapers also scale less, so these ones will do less scaling. So that's why, like, if you do a hatred install corner combo, it will do a lot of damage naturally. And all your combos, all your like combo ending supers will also do more damage. The Death Crawl and the Boar Treasure. So yeah. or level 3 if you somehow manage to have 5 bars and you use that, then yeah, just does a lot of damage. I think that's everything to cover about featured install, even though it's a lot of things. I think we went through them all. And yeah, she cannot die from if she armors with the hatred install armor. Yeah, hatred, hatred guard.
Hatred install, OP. Cool. So we've gone through the main aspects of the playstyle, the combos. Are there any specific tech traps or frame traps that you think people should learn?
Yeah, for sure. So, just one quick thing. For grabs that I forgot to mention, you got this. The way you combo after it is just flight cancel, medium kick. So,
What's the input for that grab?
It's just light punch, light kick. It's universal.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah. And the air version is just the same thing. She just like drags you down and it does the same thing. And you confirm it the same way. I think that's it for all of her normals and specials. And you said about specific tag or frame traps. So for here I have kind of hard to demonstrate, but if you light board, flight cancel, hold the 9, so that would be forward and up, and use jumping medium kick. It's actually a safe jump. It will hit some people who are trying to use reversals, like dragon punches. But in the worst case, you just block it and then counter them, right? With the full combo punish, counter punish. It's very good. So it looks like this. So it doesn't actually combo. And it's like the perfect frame data that no Dragon Punch can hit her. She would just either land or she would straight up counter it and hit the person out of their startup, or she would just be on the ground and block. So it's a very good safe jump in. Sometimes people would just be mashing it as soon as you start your combo, so you do this and then they can't. And it looks very normal too. For other frame traps, I guess, anything after light booer, like crouching light kick. Sorry, she stands still. They're not expecting it. We'll just restart the combo. Of course, like you don't have priority, but it will. It is like technically a frame trap, I guess. It's just like not very good. But it's just like if they're respecting you and they're not, if they're not expecting you to like do the full combo, you can do a lot of stuff after this. Or if you just wait a bit more instead of doing your combo, like this is the combo. If you just wait a bit, it's an overhead instead, and like most people don't notice it because it's so fast. You don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like an overhead, and it's like it looks like it's super low.
People are, yeah. The tech trap I was showing, do up back when no, just up back
Okay,
when
cool.
after I do the booer. This will catch people. You see it. There's like a few exclamation marks. That's like when you get like a jump counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it actually catches people up backing if they are like that type of player who just up backs a lot. If you do this during a combo, it will catch them, catch their jump.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
So yeah, pretty much anything after this, if they're not expecting it, will just be an overhead, or you can just stay on the ground and do something like this, or you can do a grab after this. Because her strings on the ground are all pretty much the same. They like, she does something on the air, and then you're expecting her to just continue, right? So you're just expecting this, and instead I can just do
That's a really good
Dragon
mix-up.
instead?
I like that. Yeah.
yeah. Another thing is like if you're using this a lot as your jump in, you can do this Excuse me. So you can fly cancel and then grab. You can also do the same for standing heavy kick. You can fly cancel and get a grab. Some people don't expect it. You can also do a grab after this. A lot of people don't expect it either.
Do you get a full combo after that?
Yeah, you do get a full combo. It is a full grab combo, so you don't want to go all the way because it does KO pretty badly. Like it doesn't do a lot of damage, so you just want to find a way to reset as much as possible you can, and then now we're doing good damage, right?
Okay, yeah, I see that.
I think that's all I really have set up. I think she does have a universal side switch, which looks like this. So I can perform it. It's a bit finicky sometimes. So yeah. If you, after crouching heavy punch, you fly cancel and then go on the other side and do a medium kick, you will hit them and then you'll be on the other side, right? So if I'm here, like if I'm like really close to the corner and I hit you with something, I can side switch. Oops. I can side switch.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty sick looking combo.
Yeah, that's very important to get back into the corner. I showed off the Kata Embuer, I guess. You have this is Embuer, but this is the extended one. It has longer range. There are 3 moves that work for it. You have this one, very slightly. You have crouching leg kick, also puts her a little bit forwards for that reason. It's hard to perform. But the main one that if you just want range, you can just do this.
That moves you so far forward.
Yeah, it really does. And also, it's good. It's a good thing to do because you have 3 hits of armor, right? So 3 hits of armor, and then you just cancel into it.
So does it move Painwheel forward and sorry, I'm getting mixed up with my words. When Painwheel does that move, does it move her forward enough so that you start from the position where her fists are at the end of the previous move, or is it just kind of a heavy forward movement?
Slightly, like see how she like kind of lunges forward with like look at her forwardmost feet, foot.
Yeah,
She's
her left foot.
Forward.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good step.
And it doesn't have to be after the hit. It can be like just after the startup. And yeah, you can cancel any normal with lure, so you can. That's why that's possible. So if you ever find yourself in a position like you know what to do, you do 3 armor and then you can just do that because most of the time we'll catch people.
I mean, yeah, it looks like looks like you can get a whiff
and,
punish from it. So yeah.
Yeah, like you don't want to do it if like the move has more hits still coming out, but if they're done with their move and you don't know what to do, just do this, you know. And then that's how we have to hit it.
Top tip
just like
from Irie.
From the armor. What else? For the burst baits that I have are there's a universal one that's if you have used light punch in the combo before, so wait. Oh, messed it up. I used the wrong button. Oh, no wait, it's not like that. Oh, it's, jumping medium punch for. Oh yeah, okay, I remember now.
Got that tech.
So that will be a red burst because I've already used that move in the combo before.
Right, gotcha. Yeah.
I'm also trying to show off another one. So if you have a lot of jumping medium kicks in your combo, if you jump away from them after a launcher and you do jumping medium kick, and it will do a red burst. A red burst bait, sorry. So. Oh, but it's only in the corner, sadly.
I can go in the corner. You'll do it for me, that's fine. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So you just baited the burst there and you can jump in for another combo.
Yeah. And the way the burst, it's very useful in this game because when someone bursts, their whole like undizzy meter that's under their health goes to 0, so you can get a full combo in. And specifically for burst baits that are on the air, the character that burst cannot do anything until they fall to the ground. So they are free to combo with anything you've got. Just like approach them as they're falling and then do a combo. So after this, you burst, I would be flying and then I just go in again.
Oh, do it again? I want to see that.
Yeah. Other things that will trigger red and green bursts. If you're at the specific range, sometimes like out of bounces you can get this will be like an undizzy burst bait, which is the green one. Sometimes if you're in the perfect range as well, if you use this, it would be just in the right range to make them burst, and but you don't get hit by it. Same for, I don't know, this or whatever it is you want to use. It would just work because she has a lot of range on her normals. But another one that's very funny, can you switch to Big Band? So, it looks like this, and it's specific to big and tall characters, so...
I'm so ready for this.
Oh, I need more combo in my combos, but... So all those hits, if you burst, you won't be able to burst, because you'll be too far away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just the Embuer on air. It's specifically 2 hits, so...
Oh, then you can bait it. Oh, that is tricky.
Yeah, it's only if you do two hits of heavy punch, medium punch in the air. Sorry. So if you do your launcher, 2 hits, and then do that, then it will trigger the burst from a really long range. It only works on I think double big band. Parasol. It might work on Beowulf, I'm not sure. I haven't tested everything.
So is there a character that's really good at burst baiting, or is it all characters are pretty much equal in it and they've all got their own setups?
Oh yeah, pretty much everyone can find a way to burst bait you. You just have to watch out for it. And I think Valentine has one that's pretty much built in. For Valentine players, they would just know. She has a move that like crosses the screen, and if she uses it, and she'll end up on the other side, but it's still a hit. So if she's used it enough on her combos, it would just be a burst, and if you hit it, you'd be in the middle of the air and just have to fall and die. It's pretty very common thing that Valentine players do.
Okay.
Another specific character attack, if you can push medium punch and medium kick.
Requesting back.
So yeah, this was something I showed off before. If you're really close to Parasol and you do standing medium punch into standing heavy kick, you get this really weird thing going on. And then off of that, you can do a lot of things, like fly under her. you can also grab her.
Is that like a triple launch?
Yeah, but it only works on, I think it only works on Parasol and maybe Squiggly. It's like specifically light and tall characters. So I think it is both Parasol and Squiggly.
Okay.
But it's something that, I mean, if Parasol has matchup experience against Painwheel, she will know about this, but a lot of people get really caught off guard. They're like, wait a second, what is even going on? And then they'll be like mental guard broken and you can just get a hit on them.
Destroying mental guard is just as important.
Yeah, another good move that is like completely mentally unblockable is this one. Because if she's on the ground, then you think she's gonna do a low, but instead it's an overhead. People would just get hit by this over and over again.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny. I think
We've covered a lot in this section. Is there anything else?
yeah, I think that's it.
Anything else you want to highlight?
I think that's it actually. I think you can side switch. If there's a ground bounce like this, at specific heights you can do sending medium punch. I forgot the setup exactly, but basically you can side switch in the corner and people won't be expecting it because it will launch them slightly back if they're falling. But I can't remember the setup right now. It's stuff that, like, there's a lot of crazy stuff that you can find out in the lab if you just experiment enough. There's a lot of crazy stuff, and yeah, there's the one thing I showed. If you do 2 hits of standing heavy kick and then you do a bluer, you go under them. So for some characters you only need to do 1 hit, but for Parasol it's 2. It depends on the character.
Okay, cool. So is that everything you have to go over in the combos, tech traps, and frame trap section?
No, there is one last thing I wanted to cover, which is her double tap. So in this game, you have this move. It's universal. It's quarter circle forward, and 2 kicks. I mean, not 2 kicks. Sorry. Quarter circle forward, medium punch and medium kick, or heavy kick and heavy punch, depending on what character you want to come out, right? So if you hit me with that, it would actually switch me to another character.
Aha, gotcha.
So, give me a second. And then you can't swap for some time, so you're like kind of stuck in there. But what happens is, if you call the assist, and you do a combo, if you hit both the assist and the point character with this, the assist will actually be stuck in combat, and when an assist is stuck in combat, they can't do like ground tag, like
they can't burst, they can't take, they can't get out of combos basically.
Yeah, exactly. So you can actually do infinite combos on assists if you do the double snap. So let me show that. And every character can do this, but I want to show the most optimal combo for Painwheel.
Let's do it.
So, all right. So just call your assist with left bumper. Oh, that one doesn't work. Let's do right bumper.
Right bumper.
Right trigger.
Left bumper.
Left trigger. Yes. I'm so not used to like English pad names for the buttons.
It's okay.
Button pad names. Oh. Call in the assist. Ah, I'm failing. The lag
seems like a pretty hefty mechanic to get used to.
Ah.
All right.
Do your assist. I can't do it. It's kind of laggy. I'm getting misinputs. But it's crouching leg kick, standing medium punch, fully charged crouching heavy kick, it will sweep them. They won't be able to attack, and then you do jumping medium kick.
So yeah, essentially that means that you swap out the point character, leave the assist character, and then you can just completely destroy them because they're not able to tech, they're not able to burst, they're just not able to get out of any combo unless you drop it, I guess.
Yeah. And this one is the most optimal because like while it doesn't work on, you know, point characters because they can tech out of it, it will work on any assist that is unable to tech from the ground because they would just bounce twice and they won't tech, and then you can just off of the sweep you can just do this forever. So that is the loop that like a lot of combos will just work, but that's the most effective one because it has the least amount of hits. So that's important because if you use a combo that has a lot of hits, it will give more meter to the opponent. So you want to finish that assist off as fast as you can. So that would be it. It would be crouching light kick, standing medium punch, fully charged, crouching heavy kick, flight cancel into medium kick. That's all.
And is this technique a really important one just in general for playing Skullgirls, or in particular for Painwheel because of her damage?
No, this is very important for anyone who's playing Skullgirls, and with any character. All characters can do this snap move. They'll have their special animation, but it's pretty much the same. And you get it by the same method. You someone calls in an assist, and then you hit them both with the combo, and then you finish any part of the combo with this, and it will give you the infinite combo, and that character is dead, right? So that's very important because you just got a free kill on any character. They're always to do it mid-screen. Painwheel has it, but it's very complicated and finicky. You can just look up a guide on YouTube. It's better. I'll probably have one for the YouTube video on the description.
Sure. And I've also I've linked Ralph's YouTube channel and also the bread and butter combos as well.
Yeah, Ralph's YouTube channel is very good because it has very optimized hatred install combos, like stuff like this. I can't even do it. He's got very optimized combos, and he also has the He also has the letting into hatred install combos in there.
These are the ones that do like the massive damage.
Yeah. Because you absorb the bomb with the armor and then return it with a heck of a lot more damage.
Heck of a lot more.
Yeah.
So, is that everything that you needed to tell the peoples about the combos, tech traps, and frame traps?
Yes. I think now we're finally done with that section.
Awesome. So we're coming up to the penultimate sections of the top tier tutorial. This next section is the matchup section. Now matchups can generally be agreed upon, but sometimes people have differing opinions. These last two sections, this first one being matchups and the next one being buffs, nerfs, changes and adjustments, they are very much a personal opinion based section. So if you disagree with them, feel free to disagree, but it is an opinion. So don't get your knickers in a twist if you do disagree. Anyway, Airi, please continue.
Alright, so for the matchups, some of the matchups where she's good is basically matchups where her buttons are better and she can do something because of her unique movement and armor to avoid what the enemy wants to do, right? So Peacock is the prime example of that because she wants to zone, but you know, Painwheel's got all this crazy air nonsense that will make her miss a lot of her like item drops or her just spam of projectiles. And she's also got armor in the air. So against Peacock, you can do this, fly cancel, do it again, you know? And usually, Peacock players will use their assist to like try and keep you away, but as long as you try to play around the assist, the Peacock herself can like if they're like high level, they are able to, but I think ultimately Painwheel has a good matchup against Peacock just because of the amount of armor she can absorb, amount of hits she can absorb with the armor. And also because of like her massive range, she can usually just do like avoid her stuff and then go in like this, and that will usually catch Peacock players. Another matchup that I think is good is Big Band, because one, he's tall, so I can just do a reset like this, and then it's kind of hard to avoid because it's pretty much an instant overhead and he can't do anything about it, and it's pretty fast too. Another reason why it's good is because Painwheel can just chill here, and none of his charge moves will hit, and Giant Step will also not hit. And once Big Band has whiffed one of his big attacks, you can just punish him because he's got very long. It's like very unsafe if you block it or if it misses. Another thing you can just do with Painwheel is you can just dash block, like block while dashing. So do the dash and block, or dash jump and block, and they will usually freak out, do one of their like super unsafe charge moves, and then you can just kill them. But I think ultimately, like, since Big Band's hitbox is just so big, you can just, even if they do push block, you're like pressured like this, you can just do this. I don't know, there's just so much you can do against a Big Band, and so many ways to avoid this, what Big Band wants to do.
Such
And
a big boy.
and he's not very fast. He doesn't have the speed to get over you and like have the air advantage over Painwheel. So I think the matchup is very much in Painwheel's favor. And if he ever tries to jump in, you can just H-Boer. Let me see if I have any more notes on this matchup. Yeah, the only way Big Ben really wins this is by doing like hard reads, or jumping light kick is his best tool against Painwheel.
Light kick is this one.
This one, yeah, it's like he's gonna try and jump in on you with that. Like, you really don't want to be passive as Big Ben if you're playing this matchup. For Peacock, I forgot to say it, the way you would play against her is by, instead of just your normal zoning, you would zone with your normals instead. You would do like, you hold your item drop instead of just like releasing it, and you try to use jumping heavy punch and jumping heavy kick to zone Painwheel out like that instead of your just normal zoning pattern. Another matchup that I think is good for Painwheel is the Cerebella matchup. Painwheel just has to play kind of patient against Cerebella. They are almost even. Cerebella does have the tools to like make something work, but Painwheel's buttons are just better. And the main thing that Cerebella wants to do is, if you notice that Painwheel does a lot of this, you can use Excalibur, which is her anti-air grab. And it will usually catch Painwheel, and then you can get a full combo off of it. But if Painwheel just watches out for that and tries to bait, it's usually Painwheel just has way too much air presence, and Cerebella can't really counter that. And Painwheel's normals would just beat Cerebella if Painwheel plays patient. So another thing that I wanted to say about the matchups is that, like, Painwheel doesn't have like a universal game plan like most characters. It's mostly like kind of reactive and very dynamic depending on the character she's fighting against, how she's going to play. Specifically, like, about moves she's gonna use and stuff she's gotta work around. And specifically, if she's playing against a team that has Big Band in it, a Big Band with a beat extend, I kind of want to show that off because that is like a huge counter to Painwheel. So can you switch over to Parasol by medium punch, medium kick? And right before right before you block this move that I'm gonna throw out at you, I want you to call the Big Man assist, which I think is left bumper. Yeah. So if you do that, right before you start blocking this, not quite fast enough. Yeah, so that would just completely destroy Painwheel, and it's very hard to get around that as Painwheel. You just have to kind of, yeah, you just gotta have to wait for them to throw it out, like try to bait it, like say you're going forward and then you don't, and then you hit it one. If you hit an assist, it will take longer for it to come back. So that's how you would deal with that. But ideally, you just want to tag in another character and try to DHC Painwheel in with Hatred install. Is my tip for that if someone is doing that a lot to you. That's kind of why solo Painwheel sucks, because she gets kind of wrecked by some of those DP assists, and
This one's a big DP assist.
Yeah, that's like the best DP assist in the game. And a lot of people do that, and then it's really hard if you're playing solo Painwheel to deal with that. So, okay, continuing with the matchups, I think, conclusion about Cerebella, I think Painwheel's buttons are just better. She has better air pressure, and Cerebella can't really prevent Painwheel from doing what she wants to do. She does have Excalibur, but if Painwheel predicts that, it's just a free combo, and the normals are just beat Cerebella if Painwheel plays patiently enough. So for Philia is like a very, very volatile matchup, but I still think it's a good matchup for Painwheel because she has the air priority on Philia. I think her normals are like better. You can usually catch them with jumping medium kick, or if they are about to instant air dash you, you do have the standing medium punch. It does have 2 hits of armor. So if Philia does try to go into you, even if they cross you up, this will hit behind you, and it will actually hit the Philia. It will, the armor is useful, so it does, it will block her like instant air dash in attempts at you. And other than that, I think it's, there are a lot of like hitboxes you can just put out that will prevent Philia from doing what she wants. And you can also, there's a jumping medium kick, there's jumping medium punch, there's this one very good, this one is also very good. Got good range, got armor, will prevent Philia from dashing in.
Okay, so it seems like so the roster for Skullgirls isn't massive, but it looks like she doesn't really have that many good matchups at the moment either. As in things that she either outright wins or has a slight advantage over.
Yeah, I think for those ones, it's matchups where like unless the player is really good, it's definitely a good matchup for Painwheel. And then Painwheel is even against 5 other characters, I think. Parasol, I think it's an even matchup because she's got fast air buttons that will like get Painwheel out of the air, and she's got some ways to prevent Painwheel from getting in, and also she's got strong offense, she's got good zoning, she's got buttons that have good range and good area. Mm-hmm. So I think for Parasol it's like an even matchup. You can absorb her tears with armor and then just go in at her if she ever does that, and that's one way to win it. You do this, and then you probably have the advantage. Another even matchup that I think is Robo Fortune. Robo Fortune is very strong, and she's got a lot of moves that can completely shatter Painwheel's armor, even if it's 3 hits. Like for example, jumping medium punch on Robo Fortune. But that takes a lot of commitment, and if you have Painwheel out and you have like a DP assist like Big Ben, if you throw that out while Robo was doing that, she would just get hit usually. And you know, you can just try to block it or keep her away. And once Robo Fortune is at full range, her zoning doesn't work that well on Painwheel because she can just fly over it or like fly under it if she tries to go high, and you can usually just get at her. And even expert Robo Fortune players that I've played against, usually they can zone out a bit, but you'll ultimately get over their zoning and get in on them. Can I continue going over the matchups one by one?
Yeah, just keep going.
All right.
Keep it going.
Misfortune is another even matchup. She's just very solid. Both characters can go passive or offensive. It really depends on who gets the hit first. And Misfortune is good at that. If Misfortune is playing headless, I think she has the advantage. But not a lot of people know how to play Misfortune headless because that's like the heaviest execution character in the game by far. Things I would watch out for. A lot of the times, Misfortune will try to use Fiber Uppercut to counter your jump-ins. If you unfly, you'll be able to block it and then dash in for a kill. Or you can even, if you block it like high in the air, you can block it and then fly right after and then just go at her. That's one way that that usually tends to go. If they try to use Fiber Uppercut as a, like anti-air, you can unfly, block it, and kill her.
Just straight up kill her.
Kill her. Yeah, she's very fast, and she's got good buttons in the air, so that's why I think it's an even matchup, because she does have the ability to contest the air against Painwheel. Beowulf, it's almost a good matchup for Painwheel, but it's only even if like the Beowulf player really knows what they're doing, because a lot of his moves are single hits, so they will never get past Painwheel's
armor.
Painwheel's armor. So usually he doesn't have any way to like counter her armor. Like if you just do this, he kind of can't do much unless he grabs you, which is one of the things he does. So it could very well happen. The main thing that Beowulf players want to do against Painwheel is use a lot of the Wolf Blitz attack, which is one where he like dashes 3 times in the air, and it will put Painwheel's in the air. She pretty much has to unfly against that move and block it. But that's still actually really bad, because if Beowulf ends the Wolf Blitz in the ground, then he won't be able to. No, Beowulf pretty much won't be able to punish it. And Beowulf also has like a get out of jail free card with the Airwolf slipper. He will just get away. If you're a Beowulf player, never use Gigantic Arm on Wake Up, because if I counter that with this, then you're pretty much dead. But yeah, a Beowulf player, don't Gigantic Arm from like as a like Wake Up reversal. That's a bad idea. Elisa is a very volatile matchup, which I think is even. It's almost bad for Painwheel, but if you know how to play it, you can still make it work. They both have very good air game, but Eliza usually beats Painwheel in speed, so you have to play smarter as Painwheel. You have to like work around her zones and be very careful, and you can also remember that you can use this as an anti-air and also this as an anti-air. Those are like the main things you want to be doing as Painwheel during that matchup. If Eliza's got the air advantage, right? If you've got the air advantage, then you can jump into her and be aggressive, but otherwise, you are forced to do this because her air normals are just really good. Another thing to say about that matchup is boors are hit grabs. So when Eliza is in Sekhmet form, which is the hyper armor and last as long as she wants move, if you do a boor, it will catch Sekhmet. You can also snap back Sekhmet and it will get rid of him. So that's another good thing to do against Eliza. So the bad matchups are Valentine, because I think Valentine is really fast. She can double jump. She has very good buttons to up back with. She has the body bag. She has the very safe ways to get in via the, like, I don't know the actual names, like the one where she cuts across the screen and then she throws out scalpels. It's very hard to play against that as a Painwheel. because you can't really go into the air and just like fly and hang out, because Valentine will just fall you down. It's pretty rough. And her reset game, Valentine's reset game, is just very strong, and Painwheel has no reversals. Just you'd be relying on just your defensive skills, like just raw defense. You don't really have any buttons that you can press to like counter any resets or anything, because they're very fast and she's very fast and everything like that. So I think that's a very annoying matchup. And Valentine's synergy with teams is really good as well. So I think that's a bad matchup for Painwheel, because basically they got good defensive buttons, they got good ways to get in on Painwheel, and they are very fast on the air and have double jumps. The other bad matchup I think is Fuqua, another character that jumps really high. They have really good air buttons, like jumping light punch and jumping heavy kick, and some others. Her reset game is also good, and it's just that she's really fast and she's got good reversals, and it's very hard to punish Fuqua's air projectiles. And Fuqua's also got really good anti-air normals, so it's hard to jump into her. So she doesn't do a lot of damage, but her reset game is one of the best and safest, so it's really hard for you to get out of her vortex once she gets you in. Dumbo is another one, because she's got two of Painwheel's normals, so she's actually really good because she's got Painwheel's normals. She's also got incredible anti-air options with the revolver, the Luger, sorry. She's got beefy multi-air hit buttons on the air, so she can break through Painwheel's armor. And she's got really good ground pokes, like she has a better version of crouching light kick, she has a better version of jumping medium punch, so it's really hard to play against Painwheel because she also has the double jump, she also has really good reversals. So yeah, it's a hard time, but something you can do against Double, if you can heavy kick, heavy punch for me.
All yours.
Heavy kick, heavy punch. No, you're calling the assist. I need you to do heavy kick, heavy punch. That's right bumper and right trigger.
Oh.
There you go. So something you can do against Double is she is really tall, so you can do this too. If she's in the corner, you can quickly reset her like this. And most of them will not see it coming, and then either just like try to snap them out, or try to kill them if you can, or try to DHC into a better character, better matchup. I think that's all I have to say about Dumbo. About Squiggly, we don't have her here, but Squiggly I think is like literally the worst matchup for Painwheel. It's very rare to see good Squiggly players, but the good Squiggly players are absolutely annoying, and it's extremely hard to play against as Painwheel for a few reasons. Her hurt boxes are very small. She's got really good multi-hit moves that would just cancel your armor. She also has like a like pseudo like hit grab in the form of heavy kick, dive kick, and that will go through your armor. She's got the floaty double jump, so she can actually contest Painwheel's air game. She also has her super, which is Quickly Battle Opera. It'll pretty much ruin your day every time she uses it, because it's an instant move that places like a ball on the battlefield that will keep hitting you. And if you're in the air, she can like instantly, like if I'm like right here, she can do it instantly, and I will get hit no matter what. And so she can just ruin my day like that. One thing you can do against Squiggly, if you see the Squiggly is doing a lot of jumping heavy punch, Heavy Boar will catch that, and you will get the combo afterwards if you do the board catcher. So this. to get a combo and then either try to kill her as fast as possible or snap her out. Anything else I want to talk about Squiggly? Oh yeah, Squiggly is also one of those cases where she's very small and very light. So you can do some Squiggly specific mix-ups, but I think those are on YouTube and you can find them, but it's Painwheel's got some special stuff that she can do on Squiggly, but generally like you don't want to be in that matchup because it is not a good time.
Would you go so far as to say that it would be best to try and counterpick if you know that your opponent is going to be a Squiggly, or can you, to some degree at least, do well as Painwheel?
It depends on your assists, right? If you have the right assists that like help you either apply pressure or you have a DP, then yeah, it's probably it can be fine, right? But then again, you gotta consider the fact that Squiggly can also have assists. Like, I'm just talking about these matchups in a vacuum, like assuming it's like solo versus solo, right? Like what these characters can do specifically. The cool thing about Skullgirls is that matchups change a lot depending on what assists and team composition the other enemy, the opponent has, right? So depending on what they have, it will change how you play, and depending on what you have, it will change how you play. For example, you could, instead of playing Painwheel as your point character, you could instead play Peacock as your point character and then do something with Pinion Dash as your assist, and then it would be like a whole different thing, right? Or if you have good ways to DHC, you could like literally just try to catch her with any super and then swap into the other character by DHC. So I think those are the good options. Oh, another thing that you can do is if Squiggly double jumps, instead of trying to contest around the air, just dash and try to crouch light kick. That will usually catch Squiggly off guard because it's a very good fast and good range move. You can also dash under her dive kicks if she's trying to pressure you with those, and once you dash under her, you can try to get a combo. But yeah, ideally I would just snap Squiggly out or try to kill her as fast as possible, because I think that's the worst matchup Painwheel has. And I think that's all the characters.
Gone through the entire roster. Good matchups, even matchups, and bad matchups. So we're going to get onto our final section. Buffs, nerfs, changes, and adjustments. Once again, this is a personal opinion from Airi regarding the state of the character that she plays Painwheel. If you agree, if you disagree, that's totally okay, but make sure you keep it civil if you do end up talking to her on Twitter or if you head into her Discord or whatever. So yeah, let us know what you think about the character in terms of any buffs, nerfs, changes, or adjustments.
Surprisingly, I think Skullgirls is one of those really well-balanced games. I don't think anyone really needs a buff or nerf. I don't think anyone is too strong or too weak. A lot of people rate Painwheel as the weakest character, but I think it's just because she's not people don't really know her very well, or they don't understand a lot of things, or they don't see the potential of DHC. I actually think she's extremely strong as a support character, not for her assists, but for her DHC, which is extremely strong. So I don't think anyone right now needs a buff or a nerf. The only thing I will say is sometimes as Painwheel, it can get kind of annoying with the lure input. So if there would be any change, it wouldn't be a buff or a nerf, it would be just a quality of life thing. Because what sometimes happens is you can very easily negative edge lure like this, and this happens a lot, it's very annoying. And that's very bad because that is super unsafe if you block. Another thing that happens is you're trying to just do things really fast, you want to jump in forwards and do your heavy kick, but you get this instead because it's like a tiger knee jump aerial input. So you get this instead of can't even do it instead of this. Like if you're going from crouching into jumping and trying to do this, you usually get this, and it's a bad time. I think most Painwheel players will agree that like that's super annoying, and I wish some fix was possible. I don't even know how they would fix it, but I know they have special input friendliness, and like they try to make inputs as easy to perform as possible, and like make sure you get the input you want. So like this game has is very good on the timings and performing like 180s and quarter circle forwards, quarter circle backs. It's not very tight at all, and you have a lot of time to buffer. So I think they could come up with something that would help us Painwheel players in the case of negative edge, and also if you're going from crouching into jumping heavy kick. It's sometimes, most of the time actually, you get this instead, which is very annoying because it's super unsafe. But yeah, that's I think the only change I would make.
So overall, you basically just kind of just like the game's really balanced. While some people think that Painwheel is the weakest character, you have a different view of she's actually really good. She just takes a lot of work and a lot of execution to actually make the most out of her.
Yeah, a lot of top tier players like Taluda use Painwheel in their team because it is so strong, and also got a lot of really other stronger players who use Painwheel. So like she's definitely not like low tier, cannot be used. I don't think there is such a character in this game. I think it's just about you finding what's most comfortable with you, and then making sure you get all your team synergy working and make sure you can input it correctly during a game.
I see. I mean, that's a very balanced view of a fighting game player, because fighting games forever have been kind of, this character needs to be nerfed, this character needs to be buffed, including ones that are out currently like Street Fighter, Tekken, Soulcalibur. There are always things that could be nerfed and buffed, but it's refreshing to hear there are at least one game out there from at least one person's perspective is that it's a very balanced game.
Mm-hmm. And also, another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that H Pinion Dash exists. It's only available as an assist option, but you can do a lot of crazy things. Pretty much any character can get some use out of Pinion Dash, either in Light or in H, because it does this. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot to say, but it's very useful for a lot of people.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think to conclude, I would say that Carol is a character that could fit into any team, especially if you need more damage out of your DHC. Her hatred insult combos do a lot of damage. She's got a lot of unique movement. She can cancel any normal. I think she's very cool. Her design, her story, and the way she works like mechanically in the game is very, very interesting as well. She can find a way to be useful in any team, I think, either in like aggressive teams or in zoning teams. She works really well, and yeah, I just love Painwheel so much.
I can tell. Well, you spent over 2 hours talking about her, and that's what we love here on the Dan and Rai channel. When we do these TTTs, we want the most passionate people playing their favorite characters to let people know how good their characters really are.
Yeah.
So, with that, we are done for the first episode of the Skullgirls edition of Top Tier Tutorials. Thank you very much for joining me, Airi. How was it? I hope it wasn't too daunting.
Oh, it was fun. Oh, I love talking about Painwheel.
Good, that's what I love to hear. Right, so, before I head off, Airi, if you have anything that you'd like to plug, Twitter, Twitch, whatever you want.
My Twitch, I stream very often. I've been streaming for 85 days straight now, and I think later I'll be streaming. I also have a YouTube channel and a Twitter. They're all AirinTV. And I will be going back to having my usual Fighting Fridays where I play fighting games, and I'll be playing lots of Skullgirls and also a lot of Soulcalibur, if you like those games. I am just waiting for my internet to be cabled instead of Wi-Fi, because honestly, playing fighting games on Wi-Fi sucks.
It definitely does. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, Irie. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you everybody for watching today. Thank you to all the new follows. Thank you to Nibs for raiding us with those 5 people. Always happy to see cross-fighting game community merging. It's lovely. Just a few plugs for myself. We are at 650 something followers, so we're over halfway to 700. I'm also about 28 followers or subs away from 100 on YouTube to be able to get a custom URL. So if you enjoyed this tutorial and you also enjoy Soulcalibur, we have 5 Soulcalibur top tier tutorials up there right now. Currently editing the 6th one, which will be for Turkey. It will be on YouTube very shortly. And the usual, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/DanaRaiTwitch. And YouTube, we don't have a custom URL, so just type in top tier tutorials and you'll be able to find it. Once again, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to Irie for joining me. I will catch you tomorrow for some Rainbow Six Siege action right here at 7 PM BST. Thank you everybody and take care.
Yeah.